Oh, there it is. Well, that's beautiful. Thank you. This moment is serendipitous. About 2 weeks after becoming a professor at Cooley Law School, I was invited to Society of American Law Teachers Conference. So my first conference as a law professor was with SALT. So thank you so much for inviting me back. As a professor, I actually use a video of you in my criminal procedure class. Yeah, when you're talking about the Terry case and looking in the windows and how you love shopping. My students absolutely love it. There's so many people in this room. Miss Tia Gibbs, who's my cheerleader. Thank you so much. Thank you truly. I did write a little something that I want to share with you. When I pause and really think about all of this, it still seems so unlikely, almost improbable, for me to stand before you today, having done everything that I've done. I'm an English second language child. My parents are immigrants who fled Haiti during a dictatorship where people would disappear in the night, including my family members. And so when they came to the United States, they were chasing safety with hope, path light, but heavy with sacrifice. I also recently learned that I am autistic. I live with chronic health challenges. I grew up in inner city Brooklyn in the 80s and 90s. So if you're familiar with that time period, inner cities were filled with the AIDS epidemic, crack cocaine epidemic, and it tore through neighborhoods like mine. Sirens were my soundtrack, and survival was the one skill that you had to learn early. And somehow, some way, I found Matlock on reruns. Not the new Matlock, not this fancy one. The old school Matlock with Andy Griffith in his Penn Tucker suit, calmly solving problems with logic, compassion, and a real deep belief for the truth. When Matlock came to court, when he spoke, people listened. When he asked questions, they had to answer. And if they didn't answer, he said, "Your Honor, direct the witness to answer the question." And the judge would direct the witness to answer the question. The witness would answer the question. And I had a lot of questions. No one would answer it. And so from that moment, I thought, that's what I want to do. I had no idea how to get there. I had no one in my family who'd done it. I didn't know that people would look at me and decide that I shouldn't be able to do that. But none of that mattered, because I decided that's what I want to do. And now that I've done it, and now that I am doing it, I've learned the importance of pausing and reflecting. And so awards like this allow me that opportunity. Because yes, it was a lot of work, a lot of hard work. Yes, it took talent. I was very book smart. I put in the hours. I could focus. I could understand. I could read critically. But there was a lot of luck involved as well. And I don't think everyone really acknowledges how much luck has to be involved. For my parents to come at the time that they came, for me to be able to go to the schools that I went to, and for the people, very kind people who came into my life, who pointed me in the right direction, who gave me tips, who gave me feedback, and who gave me second chances. Those people opened doors, or simply said the right encouraging thing at the right time when I needed it. I am here because of them, and I am deeply and profoundly grateful. One quote by Toni Morrison that stays with me is that she would tell her students, when you get these jobs that you have been so brilliantly trained for, just remember that your real job is that you are free. You need to free somebody else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else. And so that idea has always stayed with me. I've decided that I want to empower a whole generation. So I see myself as a constant gardener. My work and my calling is to plant seeds, seeds of hope, of wellness, of encouragement, of justice. I teach criminal law, criminal procedure, and constitutional law, so it's very interesting teaching those topics during these times. And I hope as I'm teaching them those rules, I always tell my students, the one thing I need you to remember is, yes, you have to memorize these rules. Yes, you have to know the procedure. There's judges, there's defendants, there's victims, there's prosecutors, and defense attorneys. But at the center of all this is human beings. We have to remember the humanity of it all. And so through my work as a professor, I get to mentor, I get to reach people through my speeches, my books, through my nonprofit journey to Esquire. And I didn't start that nonprofit to build my resume. I started it out of a passion. I wanted to empower a whole generation. I wanted to do what was done for me and pay it forward. And so through Journey to Esquire, I started mentoring students, providing scholarships, and guess what? It turned into a profession. That's how I got my job at Haiti Law School. I wanted them to just not survive the journey to Esquire, but to thrive in it, right? Because the world needs lawyers, but they need healthy, happy lawyers. Healthy, happy lawyers defend the law. They're respectful to each other. They make arguments that are reasonable, and they really do seek justice in the face of all the circumstances that they're facing. And so I want to thank Haiti Law School for trusting me with teaching hundreds and hundreds of students at this point. It's a big responsibility, and I take it very seriously. I want to thank Aisha Humphrey, who wasn't able to be here. There's so many events today, but we'll try to peek in when she gets a chance, for nominating me and noticing my work. And I want to thank the Society of American Law Teachers for this honor. I accept this award not just for myself, but for every unlikely kid